G'day YouTube, down to bricks here. Watcha Building. Well, today I'll be doing a review on the Imperial Shuttle Tydirium. It is set 75094. It's made up of 937 pieces and comes with 5 minifigs. So let's have a quick look at those minifigs. Left to right we have Chewbacca, Han Solo, Princess Leia, and we have 2 Endor Rebel Troopers with some new printing, and that camo printing on those troopers is just really detailed. Looks great. The actual match between the torso onto the hips isn't too bad, lines up pretty good. Han with the overcoat printing down onto the legs, I think that looks fantastic. And Chewie, well, this is the first time myself that I have actually got the new version of Chewie, and I'm really impressed with that. I like how it's in the darker brown and with the printed highlights on him. I just think that looks great. The helmet pieces on the Rebel Troopers, that's very good as well, but probably my favourite item out of all of the accessories that we get with these minifigs is the camo poncho on Princess Leia. I think that is a great piece, and I'm actually hoping to be able to get a few more of those pieces. Hopefully they'll come up on Bricklink, and I can grab a few of those because I can think of many good uses for the poncho. And just to have a look at Leia without the poncho, so you can see the torso print and from the back, and you can also see the figures that have rear face printing there as well. Now before we get into the guts of it, I just wanted to show it in flight mode. So I've just put it up on a stand, so that stand does not come with the set, but I just wanted to show it in flight mode before I put the landing gear out, and that will just make it a little bit easier to get in and see the details of the set. But in flight mode like that, it just looks fantastic, doesn't it? So here it is in landing mode. It's not going to be the easiest set to show just because of the dimensions of it, just to try and get it all in camera. So I'll just give you a look around the craft now, and then I'll take the camera off the tripod and get in a little bit closer to show you some of the interior detail. But just straight up, I'll just show you how the front opens like so. So you can see all in there. But just to go right around, and the back, it looks really good from the back as well. And then right back around. So it just looks brilliant, doesn't it? So let's put these wings down a little bit so they just work on a little ratchet piece, and you can see it just down in there. And when the wing's down, you actually have this little piece just here, and that's how you launch the spring-loaded shooters. Actually a little bit hard to see, isn't it? Let me get a bit closer so you can see that piece there. So I'll just press on that and you will see it shoots the spring-loaded shooter out. So in the way of features, if we bring this down again, you can actually lift this side panel up like so to get into all the interior, and just on the inside there we get a little weapons crate. So let's take the lid off that. You can see some mines in there, thermal detonators. So that just goes in there. Like I said, I'll get in a little bit closer and show you better in a minute. And you've got storage here for another spring load shooters, so we get 2 spares, there's one on each side. With the underneath, let's just lay it back here. You've got the landing gear that you can fold up like so. I'll just turn that to the side, you might see it a little better, and it just comes back out like so. You also have down underneath here if you drop that down, you actually get the loading ramp comes down. So that's a pretty cool little feature as well. Now what I really like is just the detail. I mean, we get all sorts of detail in here under the weapons here. I mean, there's just a lot of extra greebling just to improve the look of the craft, and I think LEGO have done a great job with that. But let's go in a bit closer now so I can show you inside the ship itself. Okay, so this side here you can see you've got a seat in there and the weapons crate, and if we go around to the back there's actually a display panel. See if I can get the light in there a little bit better so you can see, and that is just a sticker. We'll swing it around to the other side, and in this side here there's a couple more seats. As you can see, another spring-loaded shooter, and we also have a little weapons little build here where you can store a backpack and some weapons. There's just lots of little neat things about this build. This detailing on the just under the top wing, that is a sticker. And let's have a look inside the cockpit, and again that is stickers on the slopes there, so you've got enough room in there to house 2 minifigs. And again there is a little ratchet piece that the whole wing hinges on, like so. So before I do my final thoughts, let's do a quick Watcha Building comparison. And again, this was a very hard set to actually do a comparison with, because it's a pretty high piece count for a smallish craft. I mean, it's up near the 1,000, so yeah, you're thinking Republic gunships and the Tantive, so it's really hard to actually find something to compare it with. But what I end up settling on is the Ghost. Now these two are very close in piece count. The Ghost is 729 pieces. Of course it is set 75053. It originally had 4 minifigs, came out in 2014. So 2 very, very different ships indeed. Again, the piece count is very, very close. What's that? That's within like less than 10 pieces. But there's probably quite a few of the younger LEGO fans that have the Ghost, so I just thought it was probably a good set to do a comparison with, so you can sort of get a bit of an idea of the size. So my overall thoughts on the Imperial Shuttle, well, I think you guys are going to have a pretty good idea what I'm going to say. But yes, you're right, I love it. I think it is a fantastic set. It just looks so good. After building the Final Duel set and then building this, they are just 2 great sets, and I honestly could not be happier with what LEGO have given us. With the sets we've got, with the minifigures we've got, I just think it's great. And obviously, if you ask me, my pick out of these 2, I'm an old school Star Wars fan from way back, so I'm going to go the Imperial Shuttle. So now you know how much I've loved this set. I'd love to know what you think about it. Have you got it? Do you like it as much as I do? I'd love to hear that. But if you're a big fan of the original trilogy and you've been thinking about this set, I would definitely recommend it. Between this and the Final Duel, now I have to say that is a very hard choice. Normally I would go the craft every time over a scene build, but I was really impressed with the Final Duel as well. So it's a real tough one, and if I was going to give you any advice, it would be to get both. Yeah, I really don't know any other way of putting it, because I did really like both builds. But again, I would love to hear your thoughts, so put it all in the comments. Let's have a chat about it. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Long-time viewers know I'm a huge fan of Star Wars, so if you're new to my channel and you love Star Wars as well, please subscribe to my channel because I have a lot more Star Wars on the way. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.